Well, y'all out with Snapchat Queen AI chatbot friend, but I want to give y'all a second to read that. So y'all already know we still on this connecting these dots, right? So I was strolling, and I had to put together for y'all a little timeline, right, about this NC Civil program, right, family? And we was learning about NC Civil being a Greenville nonprofit organization, right? It provides capacity building support local vulnerable communities to address population disparities, right? They also was very community centered. Our work intersect with all local systems, including education and employment, youth development, criminal justice, small business, and workforce development, health, etc. Right? Their system was based off being an anchor institution for a whole system approach to meet residents where they are, right? And to empower them through shared learning and action to take the lead in shaping their own economic, social, and cultural community environments, right? There it also is a civil lab research component, right? And this is what I want to get down to, right? There being a research component there. I was looking up the guy who runs this organization because I know this man personally. That's why I kept saying, how is it, right, that the drug dealers are running the city, right? How is it that I got a bunch of crackheads following me around, right? I was put out of my house with a judge, right? Fake police following me around, right? How is this man right here? He owns energy companies, right? Right? Messing with my internet, following me around, messing with my car. He was even at the school, right, with my daughter while she was enrolled in school. While they been following us around, harassing us through what? The government, right? Right? Hold on, family. Let's break this down now. Hold on. Now, right here, we see that he also owned the utility companies, right? Right? This man owned a lot of stuff, right? To be a former drug lord. What it say? He grew up in Greenville, right? That means he ain't from here. He grew up here. Listen to the words. Grew up here in Greenville, right? Was involved in criminal activity. One of the biggest drug dealers out here, right? Look up Dante Sharp. He was running with them boys. We don't understand how Dante went down and Jermaine never did. And later partnered, right, with police on community outreach, right? Now let's break this down. You're not from here because say you grew up in Greenville. You was involved in criminal activity. They got all the local black men locked up, right? And that's how you partner with what the police, right, on community outreach, right? And that will be how you came up with what aMERICa, right, to make our city a research lab component to get back at the men, right? That was you working, right? That was you, let's back it up, taking the lead in shaping their economics, the social, right, and the cultural community and environments, right? That's you trying to isolate Coletta from everybody she know, right? Using your outreach program, right? Calling it what? The Project Strong Neighborhood component leverages, right? That's you isolating the local community because you would have grew up around us, right? You would have learned and studied our ways, right? You would have worked with the local department, right? Already in partnership with them, right? from the 90s. Right? So we're going to break down how many organizations and how many ways McNair is on this monopoly board in Greenville, North Carolina, family. It seems like McNair name popping up in a lot of locations that following Coletta around, ain't it? Now, it's funny how I can link a lot of these missing pieces and shattered glass and pieces around my life to McNair and his organizations, right? How many other people can link this same pieces of puzzle together like Coletta and verify who the enemy is, right? Give you direct links to what they have been doing, right? Show you all the organizations and gang stalkers and the reason why you got all these circles around you with people that ain't from here, right? Right? Would this not explain a lot of that following Coletta around? You live with Snapchat Queen AI chatbot friends, family. This is a documentary of my life, of how these people wanted to come into our communities, steal our resources, and commit war on us. What? Calling it NC Civil. That means they thought we weren't civilized enough, right? Outreach, right? And volunteer coordinator, right? Our one, Carolina. That was them thinking they was coming in Carolina, right? From wherever they come from, because you got to think, he said right here, he was not from here, right? He grew up here. So that would be them coming from wherever they come from, whatever country they come from, right? To commit war on the local community using the police department, right? That would be them saying defund the police. We don't need no police. Why they going to war with the police, right? Right? That would be them organizing in the community, right? They outreach programs, right? Praying for the police with religious leaders, right? All through an outreach program. All in the name of outreach, right? Because like I said, their mission was to go to war with us, right? With our natural resources, right? With our resources, right? Gas, electric, telecoms, and drainage. That's a lot, right? Especially if you wasn't from the local community and your mission was to come down and take down the local community. Boy, you live with Snapchat Queen and AI chatbot friends. Hey, we're going to break this thing down. We're going to see how far this thing go and how many names going to keep popping up on this list following my daughter and me around for a bag that we never had, that I had to take my tail to work for. You know, I was Snapchat Queen AI chatbot friend, boy. We be back. I got some more dots to connect. I got some more dots to connect, boy. I got to cut their power light off.